Massive film breakdown today. We're going to be looking over new Nebraska wide receiver Isaiah Neyor, transferred from Texas to Wyoming, and we'll go over his film and the good, the bad, but most importantly, the stuff that we're super excited to see for the next 2 years as a Nebraska Cornhusker. So real quick, before we get into it, if you like the content, please hit the like button on this video. It really helps me out, along with subscribing to the channel. We have had 25 straight days of 25 Husker videos, and folks, we're only getting started. So if you like the film content, the instant analysis, and everything else in between, please do those two things, but let's start off with Isaiah Neyor. All right, let's start off with Isaiah Neyor's film. So we're only going to be looking over his 2021 Wyoming highlights. This was the best year of his career, had 900 yards for the Cowboys, then went over to Texas and unfortunately got banged up. So there's nothing really we can take from there, so we're just going to be watching his Wyoming clips, and there's a lot of good stuff in here. Let's start it off. Nice little curl route to get things going. Oh, great juke move in open field. And real quick, we're going to be watching this actually slow down a little bit just so we can watch the entire play. But we'll go back to that. And as always, this is the first time I've seen this as well. They're working in man coverage. Oh, comeback, footwork. This ball's a little bit late. It still makes a good play of the football to cut back inside, make one man miss. Tries to get that first down, doesn't get there. Looks like they're setting him on a deep post. Yup. And the ball on the money. Goes up, gets it with his hands, not with his body. Touchdown, Isaiah Neyor. That's exactly what you want to see. Great forward here. Look at this. Double move. Bang. Look at the head swivel. And then speed does the rest. And I love that he brought it down, high pointed that football. He didn't bring it down with his body. A lot of times you see that with these tall receivers. They bring it down with their chest. No, he went up and got it on the top shelf. They're on a jet sweep. Look at the vision. Sees the blocker, cuts it back inside. And this is a guy that Wyoming just tried to get involved no matter what, right? They put him on a bunch of different things. These deep routes, but a lot of times they put him on these screens, these little slant routes, these in routes, these out routes, these jet sweeps. They know he's their best player. Just get him the football. They're just doing a crosser, shallow cross. And speed does the rest. You take that for about 15 yards. Great tackle there. Cut tackle. Again, this ball is thrown very late. Give it that second look. This quarterback's not awesome for Wyoming. I said this about Jamal Banks, but if Jamal Banks had better quarterback play, he probably would be in the NFL by now. Same thing with Isaiah Neyor. I mean, he had 900 yards this year for Wyoming. This ball should be thrown a little bit sooner than this. Give him a chance to make a play on this lurking corner. Completion nonetheless. Their little screen pass. Now against Northern Illinois. This is one of the better games of his career. Same deal here. Post route, double move. Man coverage, gone. Great route running, great burst. A lot of times you do not see this from the 6'3" guys. Phenomenal route running. Really good ball, right on the money. Yep, Isaiah Neyor, man, does the rest. Looks like we're seeing another jet sweep we saw earlier in this. You gotta watch the vision. Sees the blocker, cuts it back inside, tries to find a hole, and just collapses on him. They're setting him on a fade route. One read, beats him off the line of scrimmage. And press coverage, goes up, gets it on the top shelf. Oh my goodness, Isaiah Neyor, that deserves a second look. And this is what, again, I talked about it just now. I love this about Isaiah Neyor is that the fact that he goes up, gets it with two hands, doesn't bring it down with the chest. And he shows you the vertical, man, the hand-eye coordination to go up on the top shelf again. Basically jump about a foot in the air over his man to get that and bring it down with 2 feet inbounds. That's impressive. Look at the score, 42-43. Need to make a play in the ball game. They send him on a go route and just brings it down. This is an awful throw by the quarterback. We'll give that a second look. Again, beats him off the line of scrimmage, right? And he has to stop dead in his tracks because of how horrendously underthrown this football is. And somehow he just transitions his body, it does a 180 and brings it down. Again, 2 feet inbounds. Just a horrendous pass. And it should be noted, again, this is a 42-43 ball game where you're down. You need to make a play. He has that clutch gene where he can make a huge catch for his team. Now on the end zone. That was great coverage. I hate this play concept. Every time you see this basically in college football on the goal line where you're inside the 5 and the quarterback rolls out, usually a bootleg to one side, and they have one read. And it's usually a man running on an out route. And if that guy isn't there, then the play's busted. And that's exactly what you see here. This is a pretty good catch. This is a pretty good effort and a pretty good pass. This is better coverage. A little bit of hand fighting. That's clean. That's fine. I like the no call there. That was awesome coverage. Same day here, sending on a jet sweep. Watch the vision. Sees the 2 men blocking in front of him. Cuts it to the outside. Turns the corner. Yep, touchdown Isaiah Neyor. All right, so that was his Wyoming film. We'll go back to that. I did put in one clip here from his Texas spring game 2022, and he lit it up. So this is Quinn Ewers in that quarterback. He throws this ball. Look at this. He's at the 30-yard line, his own 30-yard line. He throws this 55 yards down the field. Isaiah Neyor going on that post route we know so well already. Speed kills once again. And I remember after this spring game, I was actually watching this live because it was so hyped up with Quinn Ewers. But Isaiah Neyor was projected to be their starting wide receiver, their wide receiver 1, because of how well he played in this game. And then, of course, we know what happened afterwards, just injuries that derailed it. Rolls out, just chucks it up, and he beats his man again. Touchdown, Isaiah Neyor. This reminds me, we'll go back to this play. This reminds me of that meme where it's a quarterback and he's like, bleep it. Blank is down there somewhere. That's exactly what this Wyoming quarterback's like. He's like, well, Isaiah Neyor's down there somewhere. Just throws it up. Oh, right there in stride. Wish you could have saw the entire route, though. That's the only problem with these broadcast cameras, that you don't see the wide receiver's entire route. The only thing that Huddle does better is that you can see that. They have a wider camera. Look at that blue turf. Quick little curl route. A good job to fight for some extra yards. That's what I love about Isaiah Neyor and the receivers like him, is that they don't give up on the play. You're fighting for those extra yards every second of the way. Same deal here. Stays up, stays in bounce, gets inside the 10. Love that from Isaiah Neyor. So on this play, they didn't get it to him, but watch him right here. Hold on, not this play. So right here, watch my cursor. Beats his man again, wide open across the middle of the field. Going on that, he went on basically a corner route, and the Wyoming quarterback did not see him. Great job staying in bounds. Watch this effort by Isaiah Neyor real quick. Again, he goes on this short little out route, needs some yardage, get it to your best player. Quick little juke move on the sideline, and somehow tiptoes his way. Inbounds, inbounds, inbounds. Finally goes out. Wow. Little design bootleg. Again, same deal. Put him on an out route. Goes down, gets it. All right. We'll go back to this real quick. So watch him. He's at the top of the screen. Press coverage, man coverage. Quarterback doesn't see him, but watch him. Acceleration, and he's gone. Beats him off the line of scrimmage again. And unfortunately, quarterback did not see him, didn't get it to him. Just got him on a crosser. Deep comeback route, about 15 yards down the field. Isaiah Neyor is just absolutely just destroying this defense for Boise State. Okay, watch him on this route again. So this is another play. I don't think Wyoming gets it to him, but he's right here at the top of the screen. Basically a deep curl route. Goes back right around that first down marker. Wide open. Quarterback does not get it to him. And instead, it looks like he's trying to throw the check down. And, picked off. Yikes. So I wish we saw the broadcast camera of this play. But I remember seeing this on social media. This is an underthrown football. You basically send him on a go route. And look at that hand-eye coordination to reach his hands behind the cornerback and try to bring it down. Just an incredible effort. Just like when he hit the turf, the ball got jarred free. We'll give that a second look. Again, goes to the outside. Beats him off the line of scrimmage. Horrendous throw. A lot of hand fighting going on. Goes up, tries to bring it down. Has control somehow. And then the second he goes down, loses it last second. Man. Little curl. Oh, beautiful move. He just got tripped up. But look at this little fake little spin, half spin. Again. Curl, half spin. Kicks it inside. And just got tripped up by his own feet. Man. But I love the moves we're seeing when he has the ball in his hands, right? You see those spin moves, those jukes, those stiff arms, just the burst. A lot of times you don't see that from wide receivers, especially his size. Go route, beats him in cover 2. Look at this cover 2, right? So this man's in the flat. This cornerback finds the gap. Great throw by the quarterback. Get right in between this cornerback and the safety. Then puts the juke move on this safety. And let's see if he takes it to the house. This is about a 15-yard catch. 30, 25, 20. And he is outrunning every single player on this defense for Boise State. And gets into the touchdown. Man, that was about a 55-yard rack. That was run after catch. He has the ability to go for those jump balls. The better part of this game might just be what he does after he has the ball in his hands. That's so impressive, guys. Little fade to the end zone. Goes up and gets on the top shelf. So there's two different types of fade passes, right? We'll go back to this. There's the fade pass that we saw earlier in this film against Northern Illinois, where you basically throw it to him in stride and let him go up and get it. Or you basically underthrow this football a little bit and have him shift his body back and get it, high point it. And that's exactly what it is right here. Nice play. And shout out to my man right here. This is San Diego State Duck on Twitter, so shout out to that guy. He's supporting his team. That's a fun Twitter account. All right, this is the last play on his film. Utah State. Again, what do we see all throughout this film? Post route, down the field, wide open. Speed kills. He does the rest. Awesome stuff here from Isaiah Neyor, man. So really, really impressive highlights from his Wyoming career. Now let's get to my takes and analysis. All right, that was Isaiah Neyor. Super impressive. Let's talk about his pros first. The things you can't teach, speed and height. He has both of them. He has shown the ability to go up for those 50-50 balls with ease, but even more so, he has shown that he can be his man off the line of scrimmage and make a play of that football down the field in a foot race. And that's something that you don't see usually from the same player, the ability to mix that 6'3", 6'4" frame with elite 4.4 speed, and he has shown that he has the ability to do so. So that's really impressive. I know Matt Rule is super excited to have that in his offense. So that's the first thing I saw. Second thing I saw is that he has been doing a lot of different stuff in Wyoming's offense, in Texas's offense. Again, he went on every single route on the route tree with elite precision, really good footwork. He's went on those jet sweeps. He's went on those curl routes, those slant routes, those deep post routes, those crossers. Everything you're looking for, he has shown the ability to do that. Again, there's a lot of times where there's these receivers who only go on 3 routes because it works so well. Again, a go route, a comeback route, a slant. He has shown the ability to go on all of them, and that's something you look for, especially from your senior wide receivers. Other than that, he has made plays after the catch. That's something you're looking for in this offense. If you have the ball in open field, can you make a play? Can you take it to the house? He has shown the ability to do that as well. There is not a lot of cons with this guy. I will give a couple. One, and again, this is not really his fault. It's just the injury fact. We were showing his Wyoming film from 2 years ago. He has not really played in 2 years. That is a con, whether you like it or not, because a lot of times when you have injuries in college football, regardless of how good you are, you could be severely impacted forever because of which, right? And we've seen it a million times for Nebraska specifically. You just hope that he isn't damaged goods at this point in his career and that he can somehow get back to his Wyoming days. And talking to people at Texas, it just seems like he had some unfortunate injuries. It really shouldn't be something that persists longer, so we're hoping for that. So that's the first con. Second con is just the fact that I wish we didn't get him sooner. Man, he's a stud, dude, and he showed you on his Wyoming film he can do everything. Again, Loved how he high pointed that football. He's great hands, great adjustments mid-air. Again, a lot of times these 6'3", 6'4" receivers, they don't high point the football. They just use their body because they need to. Because they're 6'3", they don't really need to go up and catch it with their hands. He does a great job with that as well. Super elite receiver, and it's just a matter of him staying healthy and playing every single game for Nebraska. And if he does that, I have no doubt he's going to be an NFL guy, an All-Big Ten guy, potentially even a guy that we're talking about nationally as a breakout candidate. So that was Isaiah Neyor's film. A little shorter, again, that's just because of the fact that we didn't have too much clips. I didn't want to bring up his high school film, given that was 4 or 5 years ago, but still impressive nonetheless. Let me know what you think about it down below. But as always, folks, please hit the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000. We're producing Husker content every single day. But folks, that was it for the video. As always, go Big Red, go Met Rule, and see you next one.